Hello, fellow knights. Congratulations on battling to the end of another week. Um, Today is going to be a bit of a breather day. We just finished a longer project. Hopefully, you turn in your scripts. I do have a little bit of optional work that will reward you for doing it if you do it. I'll explain that later. But today, we're going to take some time to just catch up the quarter. The marking period is over. I'm still accepting some late work, especially considering the circumstances that we currently find ourselves in. It just seems to make sense to be a little bit more merciful. So I'm going to use the screencast feature to kind of just walk you through some things that you might want to just pay attention to in case you're a student that missed work for one reason or another. All right, we're going to take a journey to the Google Classroom page. So I've already put it on the Classwork tab. Here's distance learning. This is where you should have been finding all your stuff. The first thing I want to highlight is the characterization assessment makeup. Now, if you were there in class the day that we originally did it, it was one of the last days that we met, you don't have to worry about it. But there are two of you. Sometimes it's a little finicky on the... I had the touch a moment ago. Okay, that was obnoxious. I think my hands are too soft right now. Whatever. There are two of you. Oh my goodness. What is happening? This is so crazy. That didn't do it. I can go in there and tell you who it is, but I don't want to put... It's just because you missed school. I mean, it's not because you were being irresponsible. Okay, I'm going to just go back up and show you what this looks like. Is it loading? Oh my goodness, this is so obnoxious. Okay, so you'll see that I assigned it to everyone. However, this is only for the people that didn't do it. There are the scenes, and the directions are here. They're pretty self-explanatory. We did practice in class. But if you're one of those two people in the purple section, I think there might be one more person in the red section who didn't do it yet. Please do this. This is really important. The other thing that I want you to be doing is... Come on, go back in. There you go. Is take a look at the work from this week. Are you missing anything? There might be one or two of you that didn't turn in a scene or a script. Then go back to 12 Angry Men. Is there anything that you're missing? You can check to see if you turned in a document. This would be your time to do that. All the assignments, for the most part, for the quarter, are here. Lastly, did you turn in a book spine? This is worth 100 points. Obviously, you can't turn it into me now, but you can take a picture of it and you can certainly do the review. Please, if you are a person that did not do a book spine, make life easier and do it. It's an easy A. Well, now it won't be an A because it's late, but it's better than a 0. All right. Lastly, we are going to be starting a unit on writing arguments of fact. So we're going to be looking at some cases, and you're going to be writing some police reports eventually. And this is going to work really well right after 12 Angry Men, which is a movie about evidence-based arguments. Oh, there I am. All right, we're going to look at 2 pictures here. So, this first picture is the picture of the crime scene. Now, I'm going to give you access to these photographs. We'll call them photographs. But if you watch this video, I'm going to kind of zoom in on some things that you should look at. Let's first read the situation. At 5 feet 6 and 110 pounds, Queenie Valupides was a sight to behold and to clasp. And when she tore out of the house, after a tiff with her husband, Arthur, she went to the country club where there was a party going on. She left the club shortly before 1 in the morning and invited a few friends to follow her home and have one more drink. They got to the Velopides' house about 10 minutes after Queenie, who met them at the door and said, "Something terrible has happened. Arthur slipped and fell on the stairs. He was coming down for another drink. He still had the glass in his hand, and I think he's dead. Oh my God, what shall I do?" The autopsy concluded that Arthur had died from a wound on the head and confirmed the fact that he'd been drunk. What do you think happened? Let's take a few moments to look at some of the things that might be worth consideration. I'm not going to tell you why they're important. That's going to be sort of up to you. Okay. So as I was doing that, you're probably like, why does that matter? But just look at this picture and try to determine things that are off about it. Not quite right. Things that don't really match up with Mrs. Velopides' story. If you can crack the case, if you can solve it, if you can tell me what happened and why, or rather, why, how you know that it happened this way, what are some things that lead you to believe this is what took place. If you can do that, by the end of the day, I don't care if it's 3 o'clock or after 3 o'clock, because some of you might be making up other work, which is fine. But if you do it by the end of the day and leave it as a private comment on the Google Classroom page, right? I risk doing this again, but view assignment. Let's see if we get right. So right here, over here on the side, this is where this is probably looks different for you than it does for me, but this is where I will see your comments. I'm going to look here for a private comment. If you can give a private comment telling me what happened and how you know, what are some things in the picture that are off and why are they off, if you do that, I will drop your lowest homework grade that's worth 20 points or lower. I'm not going to drop I'm not going to drop a membean, but I will drop a homework assignment 20 points or lower. So if you do this, so that should give you some incentive. All right, best wishes. I will drop you the documents on this post so you can look at them more carefully and slowly and maybe come to your own conclusions about what took place the night that Queenie killed her husband. Maybe. Allegedly.